Water. All living things are dependent on water. Water is an integral or important part of the bodies of all living things. Many plants and animals can live only in water. Water is also a very important component of our diet or our food. We also need water for our daily activities like cooking, cleaning, washing utensils, and washing clothes. About 3/4 of our Earth are also called blue planet as it is covered with water. Water is present in three forms, that is fresh water, sea water and brackish water. Only 3% is fresh water, while the rest is sea water or brackish water. We should not waste water, dear children, as it is very important or precious for us because of the limited amount of quantity. Fresh water is having less amount of dissolved salt and sea water is having more amount of dissolved salt. We use water for drinking, bathing, cooking, washing and agriculture. Rain is the main source of fresh water on the earth. We get water from rivers, lakes, ponds, tanks and wells. Seawater that is present in seas and oceans contains higher amount of salts. Seawater is unfit for drinking, cooking, washing and agriculture. The dissolved salt in fresh water is less than dissolved water in brackish water and it is less than dissolved water in seawater. So the least amount of salt is in the fresh water. Brackish water mostly occurs when the river meets the sea and all the salt in the sea enters the river water. Some lakes close to coastal areas are also having brackish water. It is not fit for any use. Our country mostly depends on the monsoon rainfall for agriculture and other purposes. Agriculture needs regular water supply. However, since rainfall is not uniform and consistent, this creates a lot of problem for our farmers who need water to irrigate their fields. For this reason, development of irrigation system is necessary. The main source of water on earth is rain, as we have discussed earlier. When it rains in the monsoon, the water resources like ponds, rivers, lakes, etc. fill up with rainwater. The water thus collected is directed to the fields through channels dug in the ground called canals and is used to water plants and crops. Irrigation. This reduces our dependence on rain. Some amount of rainwater also seeps down deep into the ground and gets stored there. That is called groundwater. Wells are dug in the fields to use the underground water for irrigation. Tube wells are built to draw out water with the help of electric pumps. In certain places, water is stored in specially built tanks meant to provide water for irrigation. Sometimes strong and high walls are built across a river to stop the water from flowing, and that is called a dam. These walls hold back the flow of water. They have special gates called the sluice gates to control the flow. Water is stored in a reservoir or artificial lakes, thus formed behind the dams. The water stored here is then channelized for irrigation fields. Dams ensure an adequate supply of water by storing water in times of surplus or more and releasing it in the time of scarcity, thus preventing floods. Dams are also used to generate hydroelectricity or electricity from water. For this reason, development of irrigation system is necessary. Let's see some of the dams. One of the biggest dams in the world is built on Satluj River and the name is Bhakra Nangal Project. Next is on Damodar River and the name is Damodar Valley Project. Next is on Mahanadi River with the name Hirakud Project. Next is built on Krishna River, Nagarjuna Sagar Project. On Kosi River, Kosi Project. Tungabhadra River, Tungabhadra Project. Conservation of water or saving of water. Water is very precious liquid and must therefore be used carefully. When factories dump toxic wastes into river, the water gets polluted or dirty. Polluted or dirty water is unfit for use and often dangerous. To conserve water means to use it carefully so as to avoid any kind of wastage. We can reuse water for different purposes, thus avoiding its wastage. This is called recycling or reuse of water.